Did I hear you correctly? You ismed your last name?
Yeah, daintyism. It's a cute little saying, things that I say just randomly. They just pop into my head like, I'm fabulous all by myself. Try to Google that. Ain't nobody else said that before. That's mine. It's a daintyism.
Sure. If you say so.
Good enough for Buddha, it's good enough for me.
Oh, shit. Oh, okay. Okay.
Dysh, dysh, dysh. Dysh.
Hey y'all, it's Onika.
And JR?
And you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing, JR?
I am doing fantastic. My body hurts, but it's okay.
Why does your body hurt? What'd you do?
I'm a little sore. I've been a little active, extra active as of late. So sports and stuff. So
sports.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm a little bit sore. But my team won. We won in kickball yesterday. Yeah. I found out that we actually won our first game.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so we were like we're now 2-17. No, we're like 2-3 or something like that. 2-4.
Okay, that's not bad.
But my dodgeball team has yet to win a game, so we're gonna try and make that happen.
If at first you don't succeed,
try and try again.
Try again. But yeah, I don't know. I just came back from Caravana. I don't know when we're airing this. Jump up,
but
wind up.
I was drunk in the street.
Oh yes, we all were.
I was well inebriated. Is that the right word? Inebriated. Yeah, I said it right. Okay. I was well nice in the street. I was dancing my face off. Old school soca, new school soca. It was crazy. Even I got to hold a flag at the end. It was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I saw that. We all went with our cousins. It was a good time. This is actually airing after the Mike episode, All Kinds of Crazy, last week. So, but we wanted to talk about Caravana a little bit. Did you get the video I sent you of you dancing with the cops?
I didn't look at it yet, but I saw it. I was like, I don't even want to see. I'm like, this is gonna be embarrassing. So I was like, I'm not even gonna look at it.
The cops were getting down with the get down. They were having a good time. They were dancing with the
But the thing
ladies.
is, I had a red cup in my hand filled with liquor, and the cops were just like, yeah, who cares?
Whatever.
Let's have a good time. Welcome to Canada.
Caravana.
Yeah,
welcome.
Party safe. I guess they're like, he has nowhere to put car keys right now, so it's okay.
Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. It was good. It was a good time.
Oh my goodness, sunburn is real.
Oh.
Okay, sunburn is too real out there. I got sunburn. Like, if anyone knows my appearance, I've got vitiligo, so I've got white patches all over.
So white parts of you got burned.
The white parts of me got burned, so like I was kind of like
the black parts of
me were fine. The white parts of me got burned. I was like, oh shit. Like, my skin's peeling. Like, this is it's terrible. It hurts too. Like, they're not joking when they say burn. It's like a burn. Like, it's legit.
Oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you. I told you use aloe.
I did. I went to the drugstore. I talked to the pharmacist. She was very, very cute, and I don't know. That's why I said that.
Oh, Lord, vices. We'll get to that. No, but I had, it was my first time playing mass, first time to Caravana since I was 18, because that was the year the Jamaica float got like knocked down and we were rushed against the fence. And I ended Caravana much in the same style that I ended that Caravana. I actually had the EMS take me to the EMS had to be called because I was hella dehydrated. Like, it was pure liquor and no water. So I was really dehydrated. So they called EMS. And then I saw cousin V at the EMS too. She was dehydrated.
I feel kind of guilty because
you were the hydration guy.
But the thing is, I had bottles of water, and I gave you guys all of them, and everyone was hydrated. And I was like, okay, cool. We were and we were coming to an end. We had passed the judges, so we were just kind of like dancing and just chilling. And then I look around, and all of you were gone. And I was like, well, you know what? All you ladies are here together and you're with your friends. I'm traveling solo. I'm just going to live my life. And I just kept dancing. And then I looked at in the group chat like the next day, and I see how I'm in the EMS. Oh, we're with the EMS too. Oh my goodness, we're this. Where's Julian?
Question mark.
And
he just left us. Like
oh
y'all, he just left us, dude. Like
I was so intoxicated. Like I don't even know how I got home. I ran into an old friend. We were kicking it, and I don't even know. I got home.
It just was crazy. Late. Everywhere you turned, it was a party and like just people just letting themselves go.
Oh yeah.
Like it was an incredible experience. I'm so grateful that I did it because it helped me let go of some of my fears. My big fear of crowds and just like strangers touching me. Everyone was just like all in just one. Like everyone was just one. It was just like an amazing experience.
I've been trying to tell you that for years. Caravana or the Caribbean Festival. I don't know what the real name is.
Caravana. It's always gonna be Caravana.
It's a family event. Like it's not violent. It's total
not
love.
Gropey.
It's cool. Yeah.
It's not.
It's one of those events where if you have a girlfriend, you have a wife, and some dude's trying to catch a wine on her. I'm sorry, you have to let it happen. It's happening. And you just have to take it and keep it moving. Just enjoy your drink, and he'll be gone soon or she'll be gone soon. Like just allow it. But it's a good time. It's always fun. And I've been telling you for years to come down and do it because it's just a great time.
I'm gonna be doing it next year.
Yeah,
for sure.
Cousin Dean, I think her and I've done it maybe 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah, I think you guys have done it a couple times.
Yeah, but it's always fun. You buy your costume and you just have a great time.
And you just let go of all of your inhibitions.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what I wanted to talk about today is letting go.
Okay.
And the concept, the art form that is letting go. There's so many different elements to it, really. It could be in regards to your family situation, which I think I want to get into a little bit. Your friendships. Mm-hmm. Or your relationships.
Okay.
When it comes to my family, I've had to. I'm a hold on for dear life. Mm-hmm. Like my past, I've been anchored to my past for so many years. The things that I've experienced, the things that I've been through, and the relationships that have been kind of underdeveloped in my family. I let them kind of anchor me to my past, and I don't let those situations go. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like after, even though it seems like a contrite experience, like Caravana, people do it every year, it's not that big of a deal. For me, it was a huge deal because it made me feel like, you are capable of letting go of some of these things that have been anchoring you.
Okay.
Yeah. And like I was saying, when it comes to family and the relationships that I have built within my family, there are ones that I know will stand the test of time and I'll be able to move forward with as I let go of others. But there are others that I truly need to, and I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm talking about Papa Dainty. There are ones that I'm gonna have to let go of in order to grow.
Sure. You know how I feel about you and your father. So, I mean, if you want to let it go, by all means, that's what you got to do. But, I disagree with you on that one.
Why do you disagree with me?
I think you need to look at the situation for what it is and accept it for what it is. He did everything that he was supposed to do based on his understanding of what a father is supposed to do. Mm-hmm. He gave you everything that he didn't have, mm-hmm. plus everything he did have. Mm-hmm. It's unfortunate that you grew up in Canada and saw what a full house Canadian, father, the typical white picket fence father is. Unfortunately, your father got you into that neighborhood, but he wasn't able to, or he didn't know, he didn't have the knowledge to do all those other things that you would have hoped that he was going to do. Mm-hmm. But you got to sit back and say, you know what? Look at where you are today. You're an independent woman. I would argue that, but I'll give it to you right now.
Thanks, JR. Thank you. Thank you.
No, you're independent. You live by yourself. You take care of yourself. Like, you're an independent woman, but
Anyways,
I'll throw some jabs later.
Throw some jabs later.
But no, you take care of yourself. You have an education. Me. We could talk about this another time, but like I will only date women that have education. Like that's it. Nope, that's it. And
so I'm ahead of the curve.
You have an education. You can have a conversation. You've got all these great qualities, and a lot of them are like your ability to learn and to speak up for yourself. Where do you think you got that from? Like, if anybody I know your father, and if you think that you got your ability to speak up for yourself and be an advocate for yourself and for your mental health, you think you got that from your mother, you're sadly mistaken. You got all those skills from your father. So if you're going to sit back here and say you want to trash that relationship, fine, that's your call. But for me, like, I have to look
not that I want to trash it, but keep going.
I'm just looking. I look at it from the perspective I had with my father. Right, me and my father did not see eye to eye.
Yes. Talk
at
about
all,
this.
Ever. Like, but it was because he raised me to be a certain way, and then I became that way, and then I started questioning that same authority. And when he couldn't answer the questions, it's kind of like, okay, well, you're of no use to me anymore. In my mind, that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do me. But not realizing that no, there still was some wisdom there that could help me out. And there was still some things that he was well aware about, and there was things that he kind of was telling me to let go of when it came to my relationship with the woman I ended up marrying.
Yes.
He pretty much point blank told me, little girl ain't the one.
Girl ain't the one. She ain't the one.
And I was like, nah,
pops, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, or I'm gonna think about it. But then I got all messed up,
wonky.
I
would just say that the reason I need to let go of that relationship with Papa Nate is because it was so toxic. Like we together, we can be a toxic element. But I think as I've grown as a person, and I think hopefully, he continues to grow too, that one day we can build something. We can build some kind of an understanding for each other and a level of respect for each other's decisions and lives and, what we as individuals have gone through. Because, at the end of the day, I don't know him very well. And I think that's one of the biggest problems. Like in certain families and in certain, situations, people really, they know their parents. They don't know them 100%, but they know of their past. They know of what they've been through, their history, their experiences. I only know what my mother has told me of my father. And I think if I knew more of him, it would make it easier to let go of some of those bad things that in my mind had happened, in our relationship. So I'm trying to build a bridge to something different by letting go of what happened in the past. I'm not trying to trash or throw away him altogether. Just trying to build a different path for us.
Okay. I don't know. Something that my mom told me was along the lines was, your father's your father. He's the parent. He's not gonna change. So even if once I was like, okay, he's not gonna change. When I'm with my father, I accept him for who he is, and I built a relationship with him like that. So our relationship consisted of, the things that we had in common, the things that, we appreciated a mutual interest in. So, or things that I knew he was interested in, and I was willing to, pay attention to or keep up with, like hockey. I'm not the biggest hockey fan, but I grew up watching hockey with my dad. My dad is the biggest hockey fan I've ever seen in my entire life. Like he's the number one Leaf fan. He throughout all the years when they were losing, he watched every game. So I mean, for that a
little give and take.
I'll give and take. Like he woke up from a stroke and asked how the Leafs were doing. Like so. I mean,
so sweet.
I mean, like so. I'll keep up with that stuff for him. Like like just to have that kind of relationship. So. I don't know. I don't know if when you say kind of, letting go of the relationship, if you really mean letting go of it and like just giving up all communication and all contact. I don't know. Or are you just saying letting go in regards to a chapter and opening a new chapter? That I guess if that was more clear, I guess I could understand where you're going.
I would right now. It's the former, where I'm not in any kind of communication with my father. We don't talk at all. We haven't talked in, I think, over 2 years. But I'm hoping that opportunities will present themselves that maybe we can connect in the future.
That's okay.
I don't want to. I don't want to be the. I don't want to give.
Bullshit. That's okay.
Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not ready to let go because I don't want to be the one that gives.
Like, I mean, you're like an opportunity presents itself. Look, you live within 30 kilometers of your parents' place. Okay, it takes by public transit an hour and a half at most to get to your parents' door. Don't hand me this nonsense about like, oh, if the opportunity presents itself. You can go there.
You know what I mean? Like a family occasion or something.
What family occasion do you need? I go see my parents because it's a Wednesday and I got nothing to do. Like that's it. Like, oh, it's Thursday. I got nothing to do. I'm gonna go say hi to my parents.
Occasion.
Like, why not?
Baby steps.
What do you need an occasion for? See,
baby steps.
I find when you just go see them casually, they don't ask for more things. They don't need more favors and stuff because you're kind of like there. Although my mom and her oven.
Oh Lord, yeah, the oven story. That was hilarious. Yeah, definitely.
Another time.
But yeah, that's what I want to work on when it comes to letting go regarding family. But my friendships are challenging. They're very challenging. They change. They're constantly, it seems to be changing, and you don't know which ones are true and which ones you want to keep sometimes and which ones you want to let go. I know recently you have had to let go of friendships.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I mean, you've had to let go of quite a few friendships.
I would say outside of like, college, university friends, I kind of walked away from everybody. Mm-hmm. Just because of, well, I guess it was because of the whole my wife and Tinder. I was at a party with my wife and she happened to be on Tinder, and it became known at this party that she was on Tinder, and no one said anything to me except for my one friend that, kind of pulled me aside and said, bro, this is what it is, Mm-hmm. And outside of that person, like, I've had to give up. I just can't trust anybody, and it was unhealthy for me. I was just like, you know what? I don't need these people in my life. She can keep them all. Mm-hmm. She can keep everybody. I'm cool with that. And it was one of the best things for me because, I mean, I've met some great people in the past, year and a half or so. Made a bunch of new friends, that have the similar interests. The cool thing is they have similar interests that I have, mm-hmm. Because I've been doing things that I have interest in. Mm-hmm. So it made letting go easier in that regard, of friendships, because I don't know, maybe they weren't really friends in the first place, right? And
I don't know, for me, letting go of friendships, especially old friendships, it's hard. It's hard because, as I was saying, people change and they grow apart, and they want different things out of life, and they do different things. At this point, I'm 35, I'm childless. I'm single. It is what it is. Who knows if that's going to change. But all of what I used to call my BFFs, like, they have kids, they have husbands, they live in foreign countries. It's hard to get us together in the friendships together.
But I don't think in those cases you're not really letting go. You're just living your life, and you'll reconnect at a later date. I mean,
you hope so. Hope you'll reconnect at a later date.
My mom, when our grandmother died, one of her friends from childhood, they reconnected, mm-hmm. and they were like friends on the internet, and they would go back and forth, call each other, and they reconnected at age 60 plus. So they hadn't seen each other since they were probably like 16. Wow. and they reconnected. So I mean, you can always reconnect at any given time. I wouldn't really consider that letting go. Actually maybe
I just feel like
maybe you're right.
I feel like you have to let them go. It's like, leave them alone and they will come home. Like,
yeah.
that type
when
of
when the
thing,
time's
like-
right, you'll reconnect. I guess. Yeah, you're right.
yeah,
you got a point
hope
there.
that you'll reconnect, but you have to kind of let go of the past that you had with them. Like, for me,
Not
my
really.
friendships, well, it becomes a distant memory. Like, it becomes,
Yeah, but you're not letting go of it. It's just
like,
it's just things happened in the past, and
it becomes a memory, and it's something that you can't anchor yourself to anymore to bolster the friendship. Like, I can't talk to, like, my best friend Fran, God love her, she lives where she lives and she has a bunch of kids and she has her husband. Reminiscing about what we used to do at Carleton isn't what our friendship, there's a point in time that's where what it was like kind of based on. It was like, this is what we used to do at school. Do you remember this? Wasn't that cool? We had to learn to develop new things in our relationship to keep it going.
Oh, absolutely.
Whereas I have a third component to that friendship. She and I don't talk. We haven't talked in over a year and a half. My biggest concern with her is that, am I ever going to speak to this person again? Do I have to let go of this relationship? Has she moved on in life and what she's doing in life? And I'm kind of like,
but you're kind of like putting yourself in the middle of this person's movie. Like, you're a background actor in this person's movie.
But I used to be the star.
But you think you're the star. Like, get over yourself. Like, this person might be going through whatever they're going through. Like, when I was going through all that bullshit with my ex-wife, I wasn't thinking about anybody. Like, I wasn't thinking about any relationships. I wasn't thinking about any friendships. I was just thinking about, this chick is just driving me crazy. I'm losing my mind, and
that's what you were going through.
And that's what I was going through.
Yeah.
And I wasn't thinking about anything else. And when I came out of that, there was a couple friends that were like,
still there.
Hey
waiting.
man, what's going on, man? Yeah, we haven't seen you. Okay, everything's good now. We figured you had to get your stuff together, and we'd see you when you got your stuff together. You got your stuff together. Hey, what's going on? And everything's good. Like, you. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. I just
Stop thinking you're a star. You're an extra.
I'm not a star.
You're
I'm
an
an
extra
extra.
now.
I'm an extra.
Yeah.
Now I'm an extra. It used to be the Kinney.
You used to be a co-star.
Franny Onika show.
Now it's a spin-off on
And
her.
now it's
It's her
spin-off,
spin-off.
yeah.
And every now and then you might be able to make a cameo or a guest appearance.
Yeah, for a day.
Yeah, but that's it. That's all you got.
That's it.
Until you might do a reunion in 25 years, but that's about it. That's the only time you're going to star.
It's depressing.
No, it's not. Get
so
over it.
sad.
Wow. No, you need to make new memories. That's the problem with you. You're not making new memories.
I do need to make some new memories.
Get out there and make new memories. I mean,
let go of some of the old stuff and bring in the new, especially in my relationships.
what do you, like male, female?
Male, female relationships. I think I hold on to the past when it comes to that because it's comfortable.
Oh, okay.
I think it's very, very comfortable. Like, I remember, in my first relationship, it took like 4 or 5 years to get over that for me, like to let go, truly let go, to the point where I genuinely wanted him to be happy and have a good, happy life. And I wanted happiness for myself that didn't involve him, so it took like 4 or 5 years for that to happen. And in the meantime, I would constantly be in contact with this person, constantly reminding them, like, look at me, here I am.
Oh, gosh.
I'm still here. I was that desperate girl. I was really that desperate girl. And, I had trouble letting go of that relationship.
Oh, wow. It's funny. I was in therapy a couple days ago, and my ex-wife came up, and I was just like, oh, I don't really care about what's going on with her, but I hope she's doing okay. I hope she's healthy. I was kind of like, oh yeah, I feel good. And it's not like there's no hate in my heart for her. It's like.
So you feel like you let go of the situation?
Yeah, like I didn't even realize it, but I let go of it. Like I didn't even wasn't even thinking about it. Like it came up. He asked the question, and it came up, and it was just like, where are you now? Because obviously it had been about a year since I started seeing. And so the question came up, and it was like, oh, because last year when I answered the question, it was like, and he was like, do you remember last year when you first came to me? Do you remember how it was? Do you remember how angry you were?
You were angry.
Like, he's like, do you remember how angry you were? Do you remember like the tension that you when you were, he's like, do you remember when you were in a room, like how tense it was? And I was like, yeah. You know, and even like over the past couple months, my mom has even said that to me. She's like, yeah, like when you first, you know, were, you know, going through it, you were just
like a powder keg of emotions.
You were like, yeah. And I had to let go, you know, and it was easy to let go when I started being logical about it. Just because I guess hopefully this was a truthful conversation, because my ex-wife is a pathological liar.
You still get your jabs in though.
No, that one was more of like a fun one. Like that didn't come from an angry place at all. No. No, but she's a liar. Like it is what it is. Like she lies,
I know,
right? So you can't.
Fact.
Like what am I gonna
These
do?
are facts.
Right. So, but one of the last conversations we had where she was like, I pretended to be what the person that you wanted, you know, your significant other to be. So for me, it's like, okay, well, that relationship it wasn't even real. Mm-hmm. So even if I did want it, it didn't exist. So I can't want it. I can't have that. So you got to give it up.
Yeah.
Right. And that's in my mind, when I started getting very logical about it, and like took all the emotional, she hurt me, and how could she do this to me, and all that. I took all that bullshit away. The ego shit. Once I got rid of all the ego stuff, it was like, oh, okay, well, it happens. No big deal. Mm-hmm. Right? You know, at least I didn't have kids.
That's true. And you're free.
I'm living my best life.
You're living your best life.
Yeah.
What's some of your best vices?
My best vices? Okay, so I'm trying to live this like plant-based lifestyle. Like I'm trying, and I'm doing it for the most part. And like I stopped doing the whole chicken wings thing with you, and I'm not doing any of that. But like, yo, I'll slice a cheese pizza though.
Is that your guilty pleasure?
Oh my gosh.
Is that your guilty pleasure? That's your vice.
And if it, you know, like a little like a little rosemary and like thyme on that, some chili flakes. Oh my gosh, that's like, yeah. I don't do dairy. Dairy does not do well with me. You know, I shouldn't be doing all that bread and like, but still, I love me a pizza slice. Like, let me tell you. I don't know what else. Guilty vice. Country music.
Your guilty pleasure is country music?
Because country music is like the only genre of music where men can be angry at women and call them out for what some of the really bad ones are.
With a lovely melody.
And, you know, and then the guys can sing songs like, you know, Honey, I'm Good. You know, that was like my theme song when I was married. If I was out, no, honey, I'm good. I got a girl at home. Unfortunately, it didn't work out both ways. No. But yeah, I think country music, because yeah, I grew up. My mom listens to country, so I grew up listening to that stuff. I love country. It's like a guilty pleasure. But the biggest one is women.
The biggest one is women.
Yeah, I love women. Like it's.
I think I know that.
It's even funnier because I've been people have been thinking I'm gay as of lately.
Did I tell you the story about my friend from work who thought you were gay?
No.
What? We were looking at he was looking at Caravana pictures. Hey Nicholas. He was looking at Caravana pictures and he's like, he's handsome. Is he gay? And I'm like,
wow.
No, Nicholas. I said, no, Nicholas, he's straight. Nicholas goes, are you sure?
Oh shit, Nicholas, I'm straight like an arrow, buddy. Oh my gosh.
Are you sure?
Am I sure? I'm pretty sure. But it's hilarious. I don't know what it is, funny. But I've been asked that. Okay, so I was out a couple nights ago with a straight girl and a gay guy, and at one point I realized the gay guy's flirting with me, and I had to abruptly look at the girl and be like, my favorite thing about women is teeth. I'm super attracted to teeth. Like I just had to because I didn't this dude's trying to flirt with me. It was kind of cute though, but I wasn't interested, and I will not be interested at all. But I've been asked that like recently. And it's because like all of a sudden I take care of myself. Like, you know, I keep my hair done, the beard's on point, I dress well, I wear clothes that fit now. Like I don't understand, just because I'm taking care of myself, people assume that I'm a homosexual, which is unfair.
I don't understand. I think it's because like people have stopped saying metrosexual because they realize metrosexuals are homosexuals like in disguise. So I don't think there's a category for you anymore, unfortunately.
But I was told that I do have like these hand mannerisms, And I thought about it and I'm like, where did I get these from? And it's because of my turntable skills. Like I was always using my wrist to like push the record forward, pull it back.
Okay, I can see
I feel like
that.
that's like where I got and then like you're kind of fiddling with the crossfader as well quickly. So it's like you kind of get those quick wrists, and I kind of like I talk with my
You have
hands.
quick wrists.
And now I have like those mannerisms, which is not on purpose, but it just is what it is. But it's kind of flattering.
But I like women.
I like women. I like women a lot.
Women.
I love them a lot.
Women
They're my
are
guilty
awesome.
pleasure. It's like Wonderland. I love like a woman's like my one favorite thing.
It's like, is her body a wonderland?
That's what I was
for
trying
you?
to say. Her
Her
body's a wonderland. Yeah, and I like to take it slow.
Oh my gosh. TMI.
Oh my gosh, what are your guilty pleasures? I need to stop
Okay,
talking.
so for food recently, it's been my Joe Louis. You know,
I
how
come to your place
love-
and you will have I remember the first time we got one. It was at the convenience store and they had one in the back and you just saw one. You're like, I haven't seen one in forever, and you bought one. And my dumbass said, why are you buying one? Why don't you go to the grocery store
and
buy
buy the pack
6? And you're like,
for
they sell them at the
like
grocery
$2.
store? And I'm like, yeah. And then the next day, it was over.
It was over. I can sit down and eat a box of 6 Joe Louis in like an hour. It's like it's disgusting. It's pretty disgusting. So Joe Louis, and recently Vita coconut water has been my guilty pleasure.
So did you drink those out of my fridge?
Yes, I did. No, because I've convinced myself that the one, like this is how guilty a pleasure that Vita coconut water is for me. I have nightmares about it. So I read the like ingredients and like what's in it, right? And it says coconut water, whatever. So you think it's kind of natural, but it has 1% natural sugar. So I'll dream that there's like a vat of Vita coconut water. Like I'm trying to calculate how much is 1% of sugar that I'm putting in my body. So I'll like think of like a vat of like Vita coconut water. Okay, what is the 1% of that's going into my body? Like, am I taking in a lot of sugar and I don't know it?
That's
hilarious.
hilarious.
Because it says 1%. Is this wrong? Am I doing the wrong thing? Should I just be drinking regular water? Of course I should be. But I love my Vita coconut water.
Okay.
So, and I think my another guilty pleasure of mine is when I'm intoxicated, I love to flirt with everybody. Like I flirt with, you've seen it. Like,
that's why I don't go nowhere with
when
you.
I'm intoxicated, I'll flirt with, doesn't matter. Like it could be your best friend's boyfriend. Like I don't care.
Yeah, you have no couth.
Like I have no couth about it. Like especially when I get like past that tipping point, I'll flirt with anyone. It didn't happen to Caravana because it was too loud, but checked out some butts. I definitely checked out some butts.
You're ridiculous.
Like,
you have no manners. Like
No,
and
none
I've seen you do it, and it's like.
But sometimes it happens. Here's the thing. Sometimes it happens when I'm in a manic state. And I know you're about to say, Onika, stop making excuses. But like when I'm manic, no inhibitions. We've already talked about this. So remember the time you had that friend of yours and I was flirting with him in front of his girlfriend in your car?
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't even remember her even being there, dude.
That was, you had no respect that day.
I had no idea
and I'm
she
like,
was even in the car,
because the thing is,
dude.
at first she thought you were my girlfriend, right? Bigger part of the story, yeah. So
Bigger
first,
picture.
Yeah, bigger picture, because I was with another woman at the time. But I had left another woman, and then I'd met you because you were in Ajax.
Yeah.
Right. So I dropped the other girl off. I was supposed to go with her, but didn't happen. And then I picked you up. I was like, let's go. I think we were doing. We got golfing or something like that.
Some ridiculous thing, right? Ridiculous side. Mini golfing.
Yeah, so she thought you were my girlfriend. So at first she was kind of like, oh, she's just being friendly. And then eventually I'm like, no, that's my cousin.
By the end of it, she was
pissed.
It was like I didn't even know she was there because we had been drinking like afterwards. Like I think I didn't start flirting with him until we got to the mini golf. Like it wasn't in the car. It was at the mini golf.
You don't drink inside cars. I wasn't.
No, I wasn't. No, you weren't
I
drinking
wasn't
in the car.
I wasn't even drinking. I was quite sober.
I had
then.
something to drink.
Yeah, you were drinking. Yeah,
I had something to drink.
Yeah, you were drinking. I was
I was like white girl wasted, and I just like couldn't contain myself because I was like totally in love with this friend of yours. So I would say flirting is my guilty pleasure, one of them, and I would say the other one is relationships.
Explain.
There's something that I get out of relationships, other than just the joy of being with someone, there's a certain level of control that I get out of my relationships, and a certain level of like manipulation that I apply to my relationships that brings me the next level of joy. So like, I'll give you an example. In my last relationship with white boy, he didn't have any clothes to wear to a family birthday party. So I went out and I bought him top to tail, the socks, the suit, the suspenders, everything, like dressed him up like a Barbie doll and paraded him around Cousin P's birthday party. My pride that I took in that moment when everyone's like, he looks like James Bond. He's so handsome. He's so handsome. He's so handsome. Because every day he looked like a scruff bug. Like, he looked like a total scruff bug.
Got it.
But that day that I dusted him off, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I just brushed him off a little bit.
Oh my
and
God.
I made him look nice. And I was so proud of myself. I was like, yes, this is, you're at my level now.
Wow.
So I date people that are not at my level so that I could get them to my level. And it's one of my...
Oh, you're a Captain Save-A-Ho.
I'm a Captain Save-A-Ho. It's one of my guiltiest pleasures in relationships because it just makes me feel so good when they go from like before and after. Like, it's like a before and after shot.
Wow.
Like, it makes me feel very, very good. So I would say just watch out. All the men that are listening to this, listen, I will upgrade your status.
Let me upgrade you.
I will upgrade your status. Just holler at me. Let me know what's up. I will upgrade your status. So with that said, if you guys want to tell us about your guilty pleasures, your scintillating vices, or you want to talk about letting go, any situation you need to let go, let flow, please do write to us and let us know all about it. JR, tell them where they can reach us.
Yeah, definitely. You can reach us at dysh, dysh, at daintydish.com. That's daintydysh.com. You can check Onika out on Instagram at Best of Onika. You can check me out at Best of JR. You can check out and see what Onika's writing on her website, onikadainty.com. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts,
Give us a 5. You deserve 5.
thank you so much for listening. We truly appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening. And yes, that's right. Please subscribe. Give us a like. Leave us a rating. If you're listening to us on YouTube, on SoundCloud, on Google Music, Google Play.
Google Play.
Yeah. Please, leave us some feedback. Like us, rate us. We would truly appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much. We will hear you the next time we're on. And that's it for me.
All right. Well, as I said, that has been the dish of the day. So I hope you guys have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.